Hi guys, it's your girl Oluwaferanmi.
And I am Moroundupe.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about some of Reddit stories from Naija Reddit. So walk with us.
Yeah. So I have with me here, I am 48 male, married to a 40-year-old female for the last 12 years. We have two children, 12 months and a 9 month.
Hmm?
So last year we
12
bought
months.
and a 9 month.
All right.
So last year we bought a house in West London. A few weeks later, my wife's brother arrived from abroad and has lived with us ever since. It's been 12 months, and despite having a job since March, he hasn't found his own place because my wife says he hasn't settled, whatever that means. My wife is a nurse and has been working for agencies for several years and makes more money than I do. While she while she's working all over the country, I was paying the rent, the council tax, utility bills, and looking after our children while working full time. She paid the deposit on the house, but we share the mortgage equally. I still pay for everyone else, and my bank account is always overdrawn. So a few days ago, we had words, and that's an argument, and she said she was going to kick me out of our house.
Right.
Okay. This statement really hurt me and I withdrew from her emotionally. I believe she sees the house as ours, despite both of our names. Can you imagine both of our names being on the title deed? Our brother is 3 years, receives his mail at our address, and on the electoral register is registered at our address also. I think my children are afraid of him from how they behave around him. Emphasis on how they behave around him. I'd be grateful for any suggestions
Yeah.
or advice.
Anyway.
What do you think? I think we can relate well to this story. So,
We are nurses,
what do you think?
and well, to start with, I think the woman is the problem. Ask me how.
Why do you think she is?
I feel like in my opinion, I don't think she respects the man enough because she thinks she was the one that dropped deposits, so she thinks she's the owner of the house, forgetting the legal documents binding
Both of them.
both
Yeah.
legal documents stating it's herself and her husband owning the house.
Yes.
And the mentality that if a man misbehaves, the woman has the right to kick the man out. Probably that's what she's thinking about. That's what she thinks she's got leverage on. Or
which is not so, because on the document, just like you said, they both have 50-50 right
to
the
that house. Talking about the brother staying in the house for 12 months. Oh my god, a grown ass man.
At least they've tried.
Honestly,
they tried.
Living with someone for like 6 months in the UK, no bills, no rent.
That's a big favor.
And now you're overstaying your boundary. According to this, I think the man is getting too comfortable in that house. So he's at I think, like I said, the woman is the problem. You need to sit your wife down, talk things through with your wife, and see where she's coming from. But it doesn't look like she's coming from a nice place, anyways. And either the brother starts to contribute to the finance of the house, like paying, even if it's £300 per month on rent and utilities. I think that would go a long way.
He doesn't want the in-law anymore in the house. He wants him.
I think when you start with start to pay bills, probably he's going to send the necessary message to the man, to the brother-in-law, or you can't just kick the man out.
You can't. Just like you said earlier, that the woman is actually the
problem. She's one enabling the brother.
Yeah, exactly. One thing is that I think they need to sort out the issue between both of them.
The underlying issue between
what do you
both
think?
of them. I think probably the distance, like according to the post, the wife,
that marriage is not.
No, we can't actually write off the marriage. I think probably the wife is not at home all the time. think probably she's traveling here and there, this and that, not staying at home often. Probably, just probably, I don't
But
know.
she's working with, okay, that's true.
She's working
Working
with
with an
agency and
agency.
she travels most of the time. So probably because she's not at home. I don't know. I just feel like both of them, both husband and wife needs to sit down, talk things through. And
Exactly.
um in my opinion, according to this post here, I see no I don't think the brother in law is imposing is not actually stressing the man out. But it's
No.
just the I think the man is just freeloading. He knows I'm in my sister's place, so I can eat,
Mm-hmm.
live
And do
all
anything.
free of
Yeah.
charge. My dear, it does
Or
not work
maybe
like
he's
that
not
in the UK.
willing to accept the reality. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have the reality that you need to start paying rent, like get an apartment for yourself, start paying rent, and he's not ready for that responsibility. So it's likely due to that reason. But the man is also concerned about the children.
Yeah, the children are not
So,
free.
and they are important. The first thing to do is just to discuss with the wife.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sort out your differences
Yeah.
before you can even address this issue. So,
Mm-hmm.
once that is done, I believe the wife can now go ahead to talk to,
The brother,
yes.
and then
So
sort
there's
it
no
out.
there's no crime in talking to your brother. At least you've helped him for a very long time.
Of course, a whole year. Oh my
So that's a
God.
long time. So you can have a discussion with him. Just tell him that this is what you think. Is your family. So I see no reason why there should be any issue. We
Mm-hmm.
can relate well to this. We have families
Families,
around.
friends, yeah.
So if there's any concern, I see no reason why I cannot just tell my brother or my sister like I'm sorry. Sis, I think do you think you should try and start
Looking
looking for
for your own place to
exactly to
stay,
stay
this
for.
and that.
So I don't
And
see
for the
any
fact that he's
reason.
working full time, oh my dear Lord.
You He has the money, so I'm sure money is not the
It's
issue,
not the
but he's not
problem.
willing to start that
It's just too
responsibility.
comfortable.
And for the children, what do you think?
Well, I think the brother is the problem. Once the brother is out of the house, the children will be free. And one of the top comments is, "You are in trouble. I don't envy you at all. If your wife thinks like that, trust me, our brother isn't going anywhere. You need an attorney advice. This will help you know your rights." Honestly, if the sister is already saying, I'm going to throw you out of the
Mm-hmm.
brother,
Obviously, you need to get a
Otilo.
lawyer.
Um,
So the second one I have here is does your wife think you are pulling your weight? You need to address that. We said that earlier.
mhm,
You need to talk to your wife.
of
So
course.
if she thinks she's contributing a lot more to the marriage, then resentment and contempt can build up.
Hmm.
Spell
Hmm.
out how much you do.
Spend on, yeah.
So we don't need to emphasize much on this. You need to sit down with your wife
Hmm.
and have a reasonable discussion. And I
Conversation.
hope she reasons with you, Sha.
Yeah.
So it says regarding your bills, you've been very generous, but it will always be hard for her to chalk out her little brother. Nevertheless, sit down with her and set a move out date. Okay.
Emphasis on the move out date.
No, I don't think that one will work. No, you can't just chase him out of the house. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't just tell my sister, like our brother, like now you need to go on the 31st of January.
No, can
So
you please like work towards the 1st of January?
okay, 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 okay.
It depends on your tone and the way you
Yeah.
approach the situation.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So and also give him a reasonable time to start saving towards a deposit. So
There's
he's
no
trying to
there's no need for a reasonable time if he's been working
working
full
for
time for a year.
exactly.
What's he using his money for? He's building
So
mansions in Nigeria.
mhm.
So the thing is, some people think they are smart.
Exactly. Some people that's what
They
that
think they are smart. They'll be feeding on you, then building themselves somewhere else. There's this word. They are parasitic in nature. They
exactly.
would only
They want to
drain you,
suck, suck, suck,
suck you
suck, suck
dry.
you dry.
Whereas
Exactly.
they are living
Saving
from. Oh
somewhere.
my God! Some
Or
people
maybe
are
they are
living
trying to
in.
build a mansion in their
Or they are
hometown.
already
Who
building it.
knows? Mhm.
Another comment. And it's got like 35 upvotes. It says, "You seem to be conflicting. You seem to be conflicting issues here. Are you having marital issues with your wife, or is it your issue with the brother-in-law? Overstaying is welcome. I think your primary issue is with your wife,
Like
and
we
the issue
said.
with your brother-in-law is just a natural extension to that.
Mhm.
Your wife obviously doesn't feel you are carrying your weight in the house, and is acting accordingly. She has also through her actions and otherwise communicated this to her brother, hence his nonchalance about leaving. He
Oh,
must have told the brother, oh,
about the issue they've been having in the
I'm the one
marriage.
paying, I'm the one doing this in the house. It's took more
Oh,
of my
okay.
deposit. Is this, is that, which makes sense.
I understand.
So the brother will be feeling like, Shebi is my sister house. That's why I'm staying. I
Exactly.
cannot
Like she's
overstay my
contributing
welcome.
more.
It doesn't even matter. You don't even know what the sister is telling the brother. The brother, by this time, might be saying, "Oh, I'm the one doing I paid for this. I did this for the house." So the sister might be saying it in the like she owns the house 100%.
Exactly. Maybe that's what. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I would advise you ignore your brother-in-law for now while you concentrate on the more important work of dealing with the marital issues with your wife.
So, guys, if you have any advice for this man, he needs your advice, please kindly drop a comment in the comment section. And I hope
We'll
you
be
see.
engaging with you.
Yes, we surely do. And we hope you will get to see this video.
Well, we're going to comment. Don't worry. I will drop. We'll drop your comments
Comment
on his
on.
on his page. Don't worry.
All right.
So moving on. We've got this other post. How to relearn living under your parents' roof. 24-year-old female. The,
Yeah.
the problem is basically the title above. I need advice from those who have gone through the same situation. I've just finished university and I've moved back home. I start work next year. However, before then, I am finding it difficult relating to my father and mother, most especially concerning housework. I understand that I do not pay rent and I'm still heavily financially dependent before I start making my own money. So I take on a fair share of cleaning and cooking. I clean the whole house every week. I make lunch and dinner for my dad as well as one meal per day for the gatemen. My mom deals with grocery buying and larger meal preps like soup and then breakfast for my dad. As per usual in the traditional Nigerian family, my father just goes to work and comes back. What makes me contemplative is that this afternoon my mom decided to make jollof rice and asked me to help her further plate it after I had washed the pot before and parboiled 2 pots of rice. I told her I would like to rest before my father comes back from work and asked me to make dinner. Then we go into a reef, I think,
Yeah.
which I now feel guilty over. I don't know. Any balanced measure take on this situation will be good.
Like, is the issue now with helping her mom plating
Mm,
or
in my opinion, I think she feels like she's doing like they want to turn her to housewife, house girl. In my opinion, like what I've just read, because in my opinion, she's not doing a lot for someone that is not
in
working.
an African home?
For someone
She's
that is
doing
not working, like you're
no.
sleeping, you're waking
You're
up.
not contributing any money. Nothing. Though maybe the physical one,
That is
but
it. That's why I say I feel like you're not doing it.
no,
You're not
really not.
cooking breakfast.
No.
It's just
Just
dinner,
be washing
lunch and dinner
dishes.
and doing abba now. Even when I was working, when I was in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
I cook more breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'll still wash, clean,
Mm-hmm.
sweep floor. I
Mm-hmm.
beg.
Exactly. So I don't think there's not you can't do enough actually.
No, in an
No,
African
you
home,
can't.
no,
You can't.
never.
You just need to help as much as you can. Just help. Just you can speak to your mom now. Ah, mommy, there's a way you can do it. Ah, mommy,
Um,
I'm tired. Do I've been doing this all this while?
and I think because she thinks she's an adult, I shouldn't be doing all this kind
Or
of work.
maybe you should have left self. Maybe that's what they're
Honestly,
thinking. That what I
I
used to
think the
do.
mistake, if you know you are not going to be this humble, shouldn't have come back home. Like it can be depressing. Honestly, it can be depressing.
But
Especially for if you're waking, you're sleeping, waking up, doing nothing.
if you don't
Oh,
have a job that's paying you, I think your parents will be
it's still the best. But at least you are working. I think they are taking advantage
she's not
of.
working, is she?
She's going to start work next year.
But for now that she's at home, she's not
That's
working.
if she's working next
Maybe
year
when
and
she
she's still
starts.
living yeah, if she start working next year, I mean, and she's living and she's still staying at that house, our chores is they're going to reduce sometimes.
Her chance will reduce.
Yeah.
Yes. But in your situation, your parents want you to do like they are expecting a lot from you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe probably they're not even happy with you being at home at that age, not working. So all you have to I think what she needs to do is to try as much as possible to
Have a conversation with.
you don't have to sit down and talk to them. You need to show it in your action that you are willing and ready to do anything they want you to do. You can't just be saying I'm tired, or maybe you've been saying I'm tired every time. Probably that's why you are having issues. So
Yeah.
you need it's not about sitting your parent down, it's about you showing in your action. You know, parents they love action more than words. So if you
Hmm.
show the right action, I'm sure.
Probably
What
they
do
will
you think?
reconsider.
What do you think
Probably.
about it?
Honestly, I just like five. She's just overreacting. In my opinion, what she's just read, like, okay, they asked you to parboil something, they asked you to plate it, they asked you to dish it, they asked you to wash pots. My
You're just
opinion,
over.
no, I just feel like it's still normal. So, one of the comments, which has got about 20 upvotes, says, no need for overthinking and overanalyzing anything here. If you are living under their roof and not paying any bills, it is fair game for them to require you to do some housework, which you say you are doing fine. Explain to them that sometimes you'll be tired and I'm sure they will understand.
Yes.
Simple.
So explaining to them, you need to explain in a good tone or in a good manner. So
Don't be
you don't
rude.
be rude about it because they're doing you a favor, a massive favor in this Tinubu era.
Abio.
A massive favor. So that's what we think about it.
So, let's say this last comment. Also, patience will be a good quality here. It's tough when an adult one still lives at home, but note that your stay may be longer than you think. So patience will come very handy. So
Patience.
OP, I know you must have seen all these comments, and which is basically like what we said. Don't overreact. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm.
Just kindly express yourself to your mom, and then I think everything will be okay. I live in the US, so I understand this may not be feasible for you living in Nigeria for many reasons. I moved out of my parents' house just to avoid all this. Just stay strong and make sure any man you are talking to will not subject you to this lifestyle of endless labor. Focus on your career, make good money so you can have leverage.
So since you are starting a new job,
Next year,
yeah, so I'm sure everything will be better by
hopefully.
then.
I wish you all the very best, OP. So this is the end of our session today. I hope you enjoyed our first.
Video on the YouTube channel.
No,
So don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, comment. We need you to comment on our page about what you think about the stories we've talked about. And we hope to see you in our
next
next
week.
video.
Bye.